Dear friends, myself Nitin, and today we will be studying about different soil types found in India. Soil types found in India. So our first question is, what is soil? So we will define soil as soil is the topmost layer of the Earth's crust that is mainly formed as a mixture of rock debris, organic and inorganic materials. So this is the definition of soil. You can note it down in your copy and So here we have few keywords, means earth crust, rock debris, organic and inorganic material. So we will see that what these actually mean. Now with the earth crust, we know that the earth's internal structure has been divided into four parts. The most inner one is the inner core, next is the outer core, next comes mantle, and finally the topmost layer is earth's crust. So here we are talking about this layer, earth's crust, and in this also, this earth crust can be of 30 to 35 kilometer in width, but we are talking about that soil is the topmost layer of the earth's crust. It means this topmost layer. Okay, this can be 200 to 400 meters in depth. Okay, now next is rock debris. What do we mean by rock debris? Rock debris actually means breaking of the bigger rock particles into smaller or finer particles. Means it can be it is mainly due to weathering. Weathering can be of physical, chemical or biological in nature. So here rock debris means weathering or breaking of bigger rock particles into smaller or finer particles. This will consist to form rock debris. Now here next comes is organic. What do you mean by organic content? Organic here means dead remains of plants and animals. And finally inorganic content. What does it mean? Inorganic means clay, sand, mud, silt, minerals, etc., which are all deposited after breaking of the rocks or bigger rock particles. So finally, I think we have understood the definition of soil. What is soil? It is the topmost layer of the earth crust that is mainly formed as a mixture of rock debris, organic and inorganic materials. Okay, next we will study that what are the factors which play a major role in the formation of a soil at a particular place. Next is factors which determine the formation of soil at a particular place. Now, what are those factors? You can note it down. I hope you people are writing it down because we are studying this topic in a structured manner. So if you write it down, means this will help you to revise during your examination. Okay, the first factor which determines the formation of soil at a particular place first is relief or altitude from sea level. Relief or altitude from the sea level means the place where the soil is formed. It is at what height or what altitude from the sea level. Next is climate. Now climate consists of its two main components. One is temperature and another is precipitation. Now how these two play a role? It means that the place where the soil is formed, that place can be a hot place, it can be a cold place, that place may be rain deficient or desert, like in nature, or it may be a marshy area, or that place may be known for very heavy rainfall throughout the year. The annual temperature range for that place may be very higher or it may be very low. The precipitation can be of from say 10 to 20 centimeters to 250 centimeters annual rainfall. Okay, so these temperature and precipitation, these are the two main components of climate which used to play a major role in the formation of a soil at a place. Now third is, after relief and climate, third is vegetation. Vegetation here it means type of trees or forest or plants found at that particular place where the soil is formed. Now vegetation means the acidic or basic nature of the soil, that depends upon the vegetation. Because different trees some trees can be alkaline in nature, some can be acidic in nature. So the dead remains of tree that determines the acidic or basic character of the soil. Also the vegetation determines the amount of nitrogen content and humus in the soil. The fourth factor is parent rock. Now this parent rock can be sedimentary rock, metamorphic rock, or igneous rock. So fourth factor is the parent rock, means the rock which undergoes weathering to get broken into finer or smaller particles, which are then converted to soil. So this is the fourth factor which determines the soil formation at a place. And the fifth and the last is time. Time here refers to time taken by the soil to be formed. That can be 10 years, 100 years, 1000 years. So the more the time the soil has taken for its formation, the more is the maturity of the soil. Time taken for the soil to be formed. So after studying the factors which determine the soil formation at a particular place, we will see 8 different kinds of soil which are found in India, and we will try to study all those 8 types one by one. Okay, 8 different types of soil which are found in India. First one is alluvial soil. Second one is black soil. Third one is red and yellow soil. Fourth one is laterite soil. Fifth one is arid soil. Sixth one is saline soil. Seventh one is peat soil. And the eighth and the last one is forest or mountain soil. So we will these are the 8 types of soil found in India. We will study one by one about each of them, and what we will study about these are, you can note it down. We will study these 5 things about each and every soil type. So what are these 5 things? First one is origin. Origin means where the soil is formed and how it is formed. Second thing is location. Location means in which Indian states or in which region that particular soil type is found. Third one is composition. Composition here refers to composition of humus, nitrogen, different kind of minerals which are present in that soil. Fourth one is basic characteristics. Each soil type has few basic characteristics, means few basic features for which they are known for. We will try to note that also. And the fifth and the last one is what crops are mainly grown in particular soil type. So these are the 5 things which we will study about each and every soil type, means their origin, location, composition, basic characteristics, and what crop types are mainly grown in this particular soil type. Along with this, we will see their location on the map of India. I have just drawn a rough sketch of it and tried to show different soil types on this map. One by one we will see here, and you should also try to draw this rough sketch and try to mark it, these soil types as it has been marked here on this map. Okay. Means one by one about different soil types. First one is alluvial soil. First come is origin. Origin of this soil type. Now alluvial soil is basically depositional soil, means it is deposited in the form of sand, silt, clay, mud, etc. by rivers and stream along the river banks, along the floodplains or along the coastal areas. So you can note it down, the origin of our alluvial soil. This soil type is depositional in nature, deposited in the form of sand, silt, clay or mud along the river banks or floodplains or mouth of the rivers. So this is the origin for alluvial soil, means this soil type is depositional in nature, deposited in the form of sand, silt, clay, mud along the river banks or floodplain or the mouth of the river. Now next is location of this soil type, alluvial soil. So we will see that this soil type, means alluvial soil, is mainly found along the, see here in this map, mainly along the northern plains, here in the northeastern India along the Brahmaputra river valley, here in the southern India along the eastern coastal plains, these are along the river banks of Godavari, Krishna, okay, Kaveri, and here means along the rivers like Ganga, Yamuna, Kosi, Mahananda, and here in Punjab, along the rivers like Satluj, Ravi, Byas, Chenab. So this alluvial soil type means in location you can mention Punjab, UP and Bihar, Andhra Pradesh, West Bengal and Assam. These are the main states where you can find the alluvial soil. Next comes composition. Composition of alluvial soil. Alluvial soil is mainly means it lacks humus, nitrogen, but it is rich in phosphate. So actually alluvial soil is not in situ soil, means this soil is deposited, it means it is transported and then deposited at different places. So for humus to be there in a particular soil type, it should have a good quality of vegetation and proper rainfall or proper amount of water, proper heat and proper time period for humus to be formed in particular soil type. But in alluvial soil the case is not so. So this soil type lacks in humus and nitrogen, but this soil type is rich in phosphate. So you might have seen people farmers who used to cultivate here in UP, Bihar, Punjab or in this Andhra Pradesh or in Assam region where alluvial soil is found predominantly. They used to have too much urea or fertilizers over their cultivation land. Why it is so? Because that particular land means of that particular soil, it lacks humus and nitrogen. So for cultivation we need to put extra urea or extra fertilizer in the field. After origin, location and composition, next comes characteristics. What are the basic characteristics of alluvial soil? You can note it down. It has two means alluvial soil is mainly divided into two types. First is khadar and another is bangar. Now what is this khadar? This khadar is new alluvial soil. New alluvial soil, and it is found near the river banks or floodplains. Now what is bhangar? This is old alluvial soil and is found away from river banks or floodplains. So do remember this important characteristic of alluvial soil. These two are the key words, khadar and bhangar. These are generally asked in objective type questions also. So what is khadar? Khadar is new alluvial soil, means every year due to floods in the river, the rivers carry new sand, silt and clay, and the river used to deposit those new sand, silt, clay, mud along the river banks or along the floodplains, and that soil is known as khadar or new alluvial soil. And those soil which is far away from the river banks or floodplains, means which are not affected by the floods in the rivers every year, so that soil type is known as bangar, and that is old alluvial soil. And after origin, location, composition, characteristics, will come to crops grown in alluvial soil type. What are the major crops which are grown here in alluvial soil type? You can note it down: wheat, sugarcane, rice, pulses, oil seeds, etc. So these are the crops which are mainly grown in the alluvial soil. Okay. So with this we end with alluvial soil. Now we will study about black soil. I hope people have noted down it in this similar manner. If you are asked, for example, in 10 marks question that you need to define alluvial soil, you can try to write the same in the structured manner: origin, location, composition, characteristics, and crop grown in alluvial soil. And also you can mark the same in the map, or you can represent the places where alluvial soil is found. And this much would be enough. Next soil type is black soil. Second one is black soil. Now again we will start with origin. Now what we will write in origin of the black soil, that this soil type is volcanic in origin. This soil type is volcanic in origin. It means here that the black soils this black soil was formed due to volcanic eruption with the hot molten magma from the earth's mantle. It came out, it got solidified over the earth crust, and later that solidified rock got weathered, means weathered, physical weathering, chemical weathering, or biological weathering, and that solidified volcanic rock, it means converted into very small finer particles, which then later converted into black soil. So you can write it down here: black soil origin. This soil type is volcanic in origin. It is formed due to eruption and solidification, and weathering of volcanic rocks over the western Deccan plateau. So this is what you will write in its origin. Means this soil type is volcanic in origin. It is formed due to eruption. First the magma from the earth's mantle, it erupted, then it got solidified, then it got weathered, and then it led to formation of black soil in this western Deccan plateau. Okay. Next comes in, after origin, location. In terms of location, you can see that this multiplication sign, or this cross, this shows or represent the black soil on this map. So it mainly shows the region of Gujarat, Western Madhya Pradesh, and Maharashtra. So you can note it down: Gujarat, Western Madhya Pradesh, and Maharashtra. These are the three main areas where you can find the black soil. After origin, location, we come to composition. Now this black soil is, again, it lacks humus, it lacks nitrogen, good in phosphate. This soil contains rich deposits of magnesium carbonate and calcium carbonate. Also, this soil contains good amount of iron, bauxite. After composition, we'll come to characteristics. Now, there are two main characteristics of this black soil. First one is this soil type develops cracks during dry season. So if you will visit Gujarat or Maharashtra or Western MP, you will find that during the month of April or May, the black soil, you will find cracks in the black soil. So, and this is one of its main feature. Its second feature is this soil type has high moisture retaining capacity. And the third and the next means other feature is this soil type is also known as regur soil. Regur soil is another name for black soil. So I think you people have understood these three basic characteristics of black soil. And finally, we will come to crops grown in black soil. There are mainly two major crops which you will find which are grown in black soil. First one is cotton. Do remember these two. And next one is sugarcane. Along with these two crops, there are many fruits like pomegranate, okay, grapes, oranges. These are these are few fruits which are mainly grown in the black soil. If you visit Maharashtra, you will find that these three crops, pomegranate, grapes and oranges, they are grown predominantly there, and those are grown in black soil. Again, cotton in Gujarat and Maharashtra, as well as in few parts of Punjab. You will find cotton cultivation at its peak, and this cotton cultivation is mainly done in the black soil. So I hope that you people have noted all these 5 points for black soil also: origin, location, composition, characteristics, and crops mainly grown in the black soil. Our next soil type is red and yellow soil type. Type is red and yellow soil. Again, we will come to origin. What is the origin for this soil type? This soil is mainly, this soil type is mainly formed over the crystalline igneous and metamorphic rocks under extreme heat and precipitation condition. So do remember this. This soil type is mainly formed over the crystalline, igneous and metamorphic rock under extreme heat and precipitation conditions. The parent material or rock type for this soil type is iron ore or bauxite. So do remember the origin. Means this soil type, means red and yellow soil, is mainly found in those regions means which have very good deposits of iron ore and bauxite, and of course good amount of rainfall, as well as good means high temperature conditions are means present there. If you will see the location, next comes in location for this soil, you will find that this red and yellow soil is mainly located here in Chhattisgarh and Odisha region, as well as few parts of Jharkhand and few parts of southern Uttar Pradesh. So also you know that this region is known for its iron ore and bauxite content, means Odisha, Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand. So due to this only means rich deposits of iron ore, bauxite in this Chhattisgarh, Odisha, southern Jharkhand, southern Bihar and southern UP. This red soil type, this red and yellow soil is formed in this region. So in terms of location, you can write Chhattisgarh, Odisha, southern Jharkhand, southern UP and southern Bihar. Okay, so this is the location for red and yellow soil. Now comes its composition. Now this soil type is again poor in humus, poor in nitrogen, good in phosphate. Now this soil has again rich deposits of iron ore, bauxite, okay, calcium carbonate and etc. Okay, after composition we come to characteristics. Now there are two main characteristics of red and yellow soil. First is the red color of this soil is due to diffusion of iron in the soil, and next is the yellow color refers to hydrated form of red soil. So these are the two main characteristics. Means first is that why the color of red soil is red. It is because due to diffusion of iron in this soil, and you know iron represents red color. And next is why it means sometimes this soil also seem to be little yellowish in color. That is due to hydrated form of red soil. Finally, we will come to crops. Grown in red yellow soil, mainly groundnuts. Groundnuts are the main crops which are grown in the red and yellow soil. Next comes barley, jawar, okay, etc., along with few vegetables. and fruits. So do remember this. Few crops which are grown in the red and yellow soil, its location, origin, composition, characteristics and all. So after we complete red and yellow soil, we will come to laterite soil. That is our fourth soil. Soil type is laterite soil. Now again, origin for this soil type. Now what is the origin? This soil type means laterite soil is mainly formed in the higher elevated areas under the tropical condition with extreme precipitation and extreme temperature conditions. So we will write it down. Formed at higher altitudes under tropical temperatures and precipitation condition accompanied by leaching. So you can note it down, the origin for laterite soil. These are mainly found at higher altitudes in the tropical region under the tropical temperatures and precipitation, and this soil type is mainly formed as it has been accompanied by leaching activity. Now what is leaching? Leaching is mainly draining of the minerals which are present over the top layer of the soil deep into the earth due to heavy precipitation there. Now after origin we will come to location. Now you can see in the map this small box used to represent the laterite soil. If you can see that this soil, laterite soil, is mainly found in the Karnataka and Kerala region, and means along the Western Ghats. So you can write the Karnataka and Kerala region, mainly along western side of Western Ghats. These are the main location for laterite soil. After origin and location, we will come to composition. Again, this soil lacks in humus, lacks in nitrogen, has good amount of phosphate, has good amount of iron ore, has good amount of bauxite, etc. After composition, next comes is characteristics. The main characteristic of this laterite soil is that this soil is mainly known for brick formation. And the second most important characteristic of this soil is that due to leaching, this soil type is not good for cultivation and requires heavy fertilizers. After this characteristic, we will come to crops, mainly grown in laterite soil. What are the major crops which are grown in laterite soil? These are mainly plantation crops. What are plantation crops? Sugar cane, okay, coffee, tea, rubber, palm oil, etc. Now you can note down the crops which are mainly grown in the laterite soil. These are tea, coffee, rubber, palm oil, etc. Okay. So I think you are noting down in your copy step by step origin, location, composition, characteristics, and crops mainly grown in laterite soil. Our next soil type is arid soil type. Our next soil type, fifth one, is arid soil. Again we will come to its origin. Now what is the origin for arid soil type? This is mainly formed due to aerial erosion, transportation, and deposition under extreme temperatures and low precipitation conditions. So this is the origin for arid soil type. Means these are mainly formed due to aerial erosion. Aerial means the erosion which is carried by winds. Means okay, what happened then? Winds erode the rock surfaces, and after erosion of the rock surfaces, the rock surface get converted into smaller finer particles. That finer particles is carried by the winds, means it is transported by the winds, and that smaller particles then are deposited by the winds at a particular place, and that particular place then consists to form this arid soil. After origin, we will find the location. What is the location for arid soil? We will see that the location in this map, this plus sign used to denote the arid soil. We see that arid soils are mainly found along the western Rajasthan and northwestern part of Gujarat, means over the Thar deserts. Okay, also this arid soil is found in few parts of western UP and Haryana. So in location you can write down is western Rajasthan, okay, north west Gujarat, western UP, parts of Haryana. Okay. Now after origin and location, we will come to composition. What is the basic composition for arid soil? Again, this soil lacks in humus, lacks in nitrogen, lacks in phosphates, but this soil is again having rich deposits of calcium carbonates. Okay. Now after composition, origin, location, we will come to characteristics. What is the important characteristic for arid soil is that the important characteristic is that since this soil type contains concord. Now here concord means this calcium carbonate deposits. Since this soil type contains cankered calcium carbon deposit, it makes draining difficult and therefore soil is not suitable for cultivation. So this soil type is not suitable for cultivation due to rich deposits of this calcium carbonate in the form of conker. So the water which means is used for irrigation, it is very hard for the water to go or go deep due to this calcium carbonate. So what happens is under utilization of fertilizers and irrigation, few crops like means the crops which are mainly grown here, crops mainly grown in arid soil. These are mainly barley, jowar or certain other cereals, etc. These are few crops which are grown in this arid soil. Generally this soil doesn't support cultivation, but still few things are grown along with these few vegetables which require less water. Those are grown there in this southwestern, northwestern part of India, or where in the arid soil. So after we have completed this arid soil, we will move to saline soil. That is our sixth type of soil. Next soil type is sixth one, that is saline soil. Now again, origin. The origin of this soil type is that this soil type contains excess amount of soluble salt in the water and is mainly formed along the coastal areas due to capillary action. So this is the origin for this saline soil. You can write it down. Means saline soil are mainly found in the coastal areas, and due to capillary action, this soil, the surface of this soil sees large amount of salts in the form of sodium chloride, magnesium chloride, potassium, calcium carbonate, etc. is found in this saline soil. Now after origin, we will come to location of saline soil. Location, you can see this division marks here show the saline soil, and you can see that saline soil is mainly found in the western Gujarat, means the Kutch region, or the Saurashtra region, and then again here in this Sundarban region of West Bengal and parts of Odisha. So you can write the location for this saline soil. Western coastal Gujarat, coastal areas of West Bengal and Odisha. These are the main regions where saline soil are formed. After origin and location, we will come to composition composition again, this soil type, it lacks in humus, nitrogen and phosphate. It is rich in salts, calcium, magnesium, sodium, potassium, etc. Now after origin, location and composition, we'll come to characteristics. Now characteristics of saline soil. First one is that this soil type is also known as note down this is very important, that this soil type is also known as Usar soil, ray or color. So direct objective questions are asked based on this, that which of the following soil type is known as Usar, ray or color. 4 options can be given: saline, alluvial, black soil, lateral soil, and you have to mark saline soil. These are other names for saline soil. The other characteristic of saline soil is that this soil type shows capillary action. Now what is capillary action? Capillary is just opposite of what we have seen in leaching. In leaching, the top minerals used to move down deep into the earth. In case of capillary action, the minerals or the salts from the deep inside the earth, they used to come top over on the top surface of the soil. So it is due to this capillary action only, these salts like calcium, magnesium, sodium, potassium, etc. from the deep inside the earth, they used to come over the top surface of the soil and make this soil highly saline and unfit for cultivation. Its third characteristic is note down these 2 characteristics. Now after these we will see the crops which are what kind of crops are grown here. Mainly cultivation is not feasible. However, few crops like vegetables, potato, beetroot, etc. can be grown here. Also in characteristic, you can note it down that this soil type shows the osmotic effect. Now this is the third characteristic of this soil. 1, 2 and 3. All these 3 characteristics are very important. Now what do you mean by osmotic effect? Actually what happens that due to large number of minerals which get deposited over the surface of this saline soil due to capillary action, these minerals or these salts, they inhibit plants growth. Why they inhibit plant growth? Because plants are unable to absorb the water from the roots or from the ground due to these salts, and that means inhibition of plant growth is known as osmotic effect. So direct objective question can be asked that which of the following soil type is known to show osmotic effect. So the answer will be saline soil. I hope you are clear with the these 5 basic characteristics of saline soil, means origin, location, composition, characteristics and crops which are grown in saline soil. Our next soil type is peat soil. type is seventh one, peat soil. Again we will come to origin. Now what what is the origin of this peat soil is? This is partly decomposed post vegetation found over lower parts of mountains or hills under high humidity, precipitation and temperature conditions. So what is the origin for peat soil? This soil type is mainly form of partially decomposed vegetation which is found in the lower part of the mountains or hills under high humidity, precipitation and temperature conditions. Now next comes is location for peat soil. Now location, you can see this dot here represent peat soil, and you can see that peat soils are mainly found in the upper portion of northern Bihar. Okay, then parts of Sikkim. Then these are then again found in the parts of Manipur, Mizoram, parts of Arunachal Pradesh, parts of Uttarakhand and Himachal Pradesh. So location, you can write it, parts of southern Uttarakhand, southern Himachal, Sikkim, north western Bihar, then parts of Arunachal Pradesh and etc. Now after location, origin and location, will come to composition. Now unlike previous soils which were very deficient in humus, this peat soil is high in humus and high in nitrogen content due to good amount of vegetation, precipitation and temperature condition as well as in situ formation. This soil type is high in humus as well as nitrogen content and phosphate content. Now next comes is characteristics. The basic characteristic of this peat soil is that mainly found in lower parts of hills or mountains and under good vegetation condition. Okay, now after this we will measure crops which are grown here. Crops grown in this soil type, mainly fruits and pulses and few vegetables can be easily grown in this peat soil type. So I hope you people have marked this soil type and noted it down, its major characteristics or major features. Our next soil type is, although it is the last soil type, that is mountain or forest soil type. And final soil type is forest or mountain soil. Again, first point is origin. Now, unlike peat soil, which were found in the lower part of the mountains, forest or mountainous soils are found in the upper or higher part of the mountains or hill. Okay, so these or this soil type is formed in the higher part of the mountains under high precipitation, temperature and humidity. This is the origin for this forest and mountain soil. Next comes is location. Location, you can see that forest or mountain soils are mainly found in the parts of here Himachal, Uttarakhand, then Arunachal Pradesh, Assam. These are the main regions where you can find the forest or mountainous soil. Also, these are found in few parts of Western Ghats. So you can write down Uttarakhand, Himachal, Arunachal, Himachal Pradesh, Arunachal Pradesh. Okay, then parts of Assam, Western Ghats, etc. Now, after origin, location, composition. This soil type, again like peat soil type, it is very rich in humus and nitrogen and phosphorus. Next, after composition, characteristics. Means this soil type is mainly in vegetation rich areas and is somewhat acidic in nature. Now, why it is acidic in nature? Because this soil type is mainly found in the region which are very rich in vegetation, and due to shedding of the leaves and then decomposition of those leaves, the soil gets converted into acidic character. Okay. So after characteristics, we'll come to crops grown in this soil type. Again, we will see that since this is a mountainous soil, we will find pulses, okay, vegetables and fruits like apple, peaches, okay, etc. These are few crops or fruits which are grown in this soil type. So with this we come to end of all the 8. We have studied about all the 8 types of soil. I hope that you people have noted it down step by step in your copy. And also you might have sketched a rough map of India, and you might have marked the soils on this map of India. Now we will solve few objective questions based on this topic, soil type found in India. So you should try to answer these objective questions in the comment box. Okay.